crafty friends. Welcome back to Belle Ann Craft Studio. I am moving forward on part 9. We're going to put this journal together, and we have seen the process from making the cover to putting the signature, all 3 signatures in, and they will fit. So exciting. And I know there are a lot of great artists, creators out there who have done the same process, but I guarantee you every journal has a different experience. So we're going to go ahead and put these together. I won't put no more than 3 because I've noticed that once I have the signatures in, and I will be sizing them down, when you put all the decorations and everything else in it, it will grow. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the journal cover aside. And if there's a little shadow, it's a little gloomy here today. And I have 3 signatures here. And I want to go ahead and I want to get them sized to where it doesn't come out of the edge. I want it really kind of tucked up in there. Okay. And mainly here only because when you tie it, it will kind of cut off some of those pages. Okay. So I have been super busy, and I appreciate all your support, just really hanging in with me. I have exciting news. I have gotten my 8550 printer. That is a blessing that I have that I'm able to print out 12 by 12 scrapbook papers now. And they are edge to edge. And here's an example of just something that I just randomly printed out on the app that they have for the printers for the Epson. This is great. I mean, I initially I was doing it on my Epson 2800 series, and it would give the border, and that's fine, but then you end up with a lot of scrap. So what I had initially wanted to do is just size them up, be able to have a perfect scrapbook paper, and with a lot of trial and error, I have literally came up with scrapbook paper. May I show you a little bit before we get started? These are the 12 by 12 scrapbook papers, and these are from my scrapbook paper collection. And these I have experiments right here, but these are going to be in my website very soon. I'm working on them. I want to see how many I can get. Um, the matter of getting the paper and all of the supplies so close to Christmas, it's kind of hard to say, okay, they're ready, but yet I can't get the supplies in. I don't want to do you like that. I don't want to do anyone like that. I want to have them in house, 50, 100, how many I can put together. Okay. And I already have the Echoes of the Prairie collection on the website now, which is these papers. They are beautiful. And this printer prints these exceptionally lovely. All of these prints are from that collection there. Okay. So if I can just share these with you real quick, that if you want the 12 by 12, I will be having those on the website sometime this week. Lord bless, I will. But the 6 by 6 and 8 by 8 papers are on the website already. I have another collection coming out very soon. Be watching for that. And I want to say an extended thanks for being so patient, because building a website from scratch, then stocking it and pricing everything, and then you've got shipping. It's nothing short of a chore, that needs to get done. It's an extensive job. And me being on YouTube is to share with you my passion of what I like to do. I love to craft. I like to make things and create something beautiful from nothing. Okay? So if you're interested in those, go ahead and follow. If you haven't done already, follow on the website. Go ahead and subscribe. I have a new promo that will never go away as of now, where if you share with a friend, you get a little virtual punch ticket, if you will. And when you get up to 30, I'm going to go ahead and offer a $50 gift certificate to the website. So, how many can we share Bell and Craft Studio with that they will become customers? There's a caveat there, and go look at the website. All the links are in the description box below. That I'm needing your help. Help me build this crafting community. And I can't do it without you. Okay? So I'm going to set these aside and we will be doing some wonderful things with those. But I wanted to share with you that these will be edge to edge, seamless, without no border or anything. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and stick this up here out of the way. It's a lot to have to get done, in business owners and someone who is truly working hard to build something from scratch, essentially. Okay, I'm going to put one of these aside here, over here, and let's work on this one because this one seems to be a little chunky. And from our last video, I did put out a video, an extensive video on Patreon. It's $5 a month if you want to come and join up for that. I am going to be listing, um, taking people who want to be part of the workshops for crochet, beginner crochet, advanced crochet, learning how to read patterns, and live streams, having an instructor there. It's great for YouTube if you want to just watch the video and they give you something on the screen, but you really sometimes you just need to ask a question. You really want to know, hey, I'm doing it this way. Is that right? So I will be offering those workshops on Patreon. Go and check that out. All the links to the information I have for my Amazon shop everywhere is in the description box below. Thank you for supporting me on this journey on building Bella and Craft Studio to be the great crafting community that it has potential to be. Okay? So what I'm going to do then is what I will do. Let me stop and think. And let's put these papers together. I just put them in, I just chose papers and what I thought would make a great cover, and, or not a cover, but signatures. Okay. So what I'm going to do with this one, this one right here. Go ahead. I don't want to. And these were just papers I printed on printer paper. Okay. And I am going to just set these aside and I'll organize those. This, I showed this to you before. This is border wallpaper. I need to take care of this first because if it gets wet, it'll stick to our signatures and we don't want that. So what I am going to do then is I'm going to find something. Let me think here. Let me find something in my handmade die papers here and find out what I can use potentially. I think would look nice. Let's see if this will work. That's a little small, isn't it? Let me go ahead and see what we got. Here's some tea dye. Okay. Let me see if I can't open this a bit more. And let me see what I have in here. That one's longer. Okay, let me see if I can't see if that would work. Put this aside real quick over here. Some of the, that would work. Yeah, let's use that. What I am going to do then, let's see, this side or this side. So let me see if I can do this. And then it would be that or this side here. I do want to add all of you. I like this side facing down. Okay. So all of you who support me on Patreon, you can't imagine how that does help me to be able to bring content or bring things like this, because I don't plan to use YouTube as a monetization hub. And that's why I have Patreon for those who are interested that could go and be part of a crafting community there. I'm kind of thinking that might work, y'all. Let me see now. Let me turn it this way. Maybe I can get a better view. Yeah, let's do that. I'll go ahead and trim that down. Let me grab, well, how about my scissors? I was going to get my guillotine, but I think just doing it like this, because I'm going to trim it, I think. Okay. There we go. I hope each and every one of you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We had family down, or I had my sister down, and then we had, oh my, food. Can we talk food? There was a lot of food, y'all. I think, let me see what this would look like first here. And I'll put this down on here, because I'm going to trim this off. That's what I'm trying to figure out. If that looks good. Yeah, this one will do fine. Putting this back inside my little zipper pouch here. So use that for, well, actually, thinking about it, no, I'm going to put this aside because we'll use that for the other signatures. Yeah, let's do that. Before I trim this down, okay, I'm going to go ahead and trim this. Well, I'm going to trim both. How about we do I have any? Yeah, I have some in here. Let me get a, this one has a kind of a waxy. Okay, and I can use that other should I need to, right? Referring to the part that I cut off, and I can use it as a decoration somewhere else, and I don't have to go through this again. So that would be good. Okay. I will be on Patreon, as I mentioned, to have workshops on Patreon. Forgive me. For beginner sewing and advanced sewing. And beginner sewing would be child friendly. So if you've got children that would like to join in, and only requirement is you have a sewing machine, because to learn on a sewing machine would be essential for you. Okay. So I'm going to, did you hear that? Therefore, I did this. I'm going to go ahead and put this, try to line that up here. Yeah, that's going to work great. Okay, and I truly really realize the edge, but that's okay. Let me get my little scrapey tool. Make sure it's laying flat. And some of those teeth, tea leaves are coming up. That's okay. Don't worry about the edge because we're going to trim that. And then I'm going to turn it around. And I'm going to go as far as I can. I'm going to put this back underneath here. And give it a good glue. And with this glue, it's a little wet. So it's going to cause it to stick even more. Now, I could have wet it, but, I didn't want to take the chance. Or I don't want to take the chance of it being where we have to wait for it to dry, So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to glue this down here. And I got this border paper at the Goodwill here where I live. And make sure we got it all nice and good and stuck down. And then I'm going to lay this over and give it a good smush. Okay. Go ahead and pull this up. We set that aside there. Lovely. Go ahead and make sure we're all stuck down here. I'm getting ready to go to the farmer's market here in town where I stay and make sure that's all down. And I'll be sharing my videos with you, my process, work with me and stuff, and extended videos over on Patreon. So if that's something you would like to be a part of, please come and join us. And I'll be taking sign-ups for workshops. I'm working on those. I would want you all to come, and I think I'm going to let that dry for just a minute. I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to start on this one right here right quick. I know that's a pretty good signature. Okay. But I would love for you all to come and see what we got going on, and just seeing just being part of a crafting community. I just know it was a long time ago. I can't remember how long, but I can tell you I've seen people have a crochet club. Let me get my words right. And then they would go and sit in a group setting and everybody would crochet and like a crochet circle and just come and just hang out. Hey, you learn, like, saying things like, I learned this stitch. Can I share it with you? Why, sure. And then teach us how to do it and what's the process. And that's what I'm trying to create over on Patreon. And I know not everybody's crafty. I get it. I know not many people are very crafty, but you know what? You don't have to be crafty to be part of a crafting community. Come and see what we got going on over there and, just hang out with us. You might learn something. Okay. Trying to get that straight here. Okay. So I say, I'm trying. I don't want to pull it up and rip the paper. All right. Take just a second for that to dry. And with that other side, this side being sticky too, you can just imagine that's going to stick down extra nice. Let me do this right quick here and make sure there's no bubbles or nothing. I like that smooth look, Okay. I'm getting ready to put handmade papers on the website. And again, I want to extend that thank you for just, waiting and being patient. And I get everything stocked up and ready to go. And, getting crafting. I'm working on a supplier that I can share, or I can get washi tape on the website too. So I mean, it takes a lot. It really does to build a website and build a business. It don't happen overnight. I know sometimes I get very discouraged. I don't. I'm going to be honest. You really want it to, start coming right away. And this is what I'm doing. I'm putting that glue right there on that. But it doesn't come when you want it. But it's okay. I know the Lord has my best interest, excuse me, in mind, and He does take care of me every day, as He does all of those who love Him. And I totally understand, or I get it, that people don't always want to hear about the Lord and stuff. If that's not something you like, and I'm sorry to see you go, but I'm going to keep on going. Just know He is we could be nothing and are nothing without Him. Can you imagine? Okay, I want a little bit more than I wanted with that. That's okay. We will make it work. Make it work, we will. And so, and then on top of the things, I have a ministry. And I often share that in the description box for below for anyone who might be interested. I'll wait till that dries. I'll set that there. But yes, I'll go ahead and grab another one of those sheets there. Let me see now. Let's see. I think this would work. I think this would. Let's try that one. But if you would like to, you're welcome. I'm working on doing a podcast for the Book of Romans presently. I do speak Spanish and Vietnamese, and I know I am American, but at the same time, grab another glue stick, y'all, if I have one. Give me just a minute. I've got to reach behind me to see if I got one right here on my shelf. I don't think I have another one. Oopsie, that don't look good. Let's see here. That don't look good. I'm dropping everything, y'all. For real. Okay, not that one. Let's see what this one is. I know y'all can't see me, but trust me, I'm here. And I think okay, that one's gone. Okay. Let me check my drawer and see if I need might have to make a trip to the store next time I'm out. Y'all can hear me rustling over here. Okay. See if I have any glue in here. I think I'm out of glue sticks, y'all. Not to worry. We will make do. I'll just go ahead and use Oh, I see some. I see some. Ooh, Joy. Hold on. I'm getting tied up. Hold on. Sorry, my mic was tied around. I've got it up here in my little thing here. I don't know. I buy these glue. I'll show you. I buy these glue sticks at the Dollar Tree, and I don't think that they are very good. So, um, hmm. Okay, let's try them. I'll give it a whirl. I've got to try them because I can't leave them sitting on my. I'm tied up here. Hold on. Get myself fixed here. Uh, okay. Now, I buy these at the Dollar Tree, but I don't think that they are any good. You see, I haven't used it, and this is what it done. So with that one can go away. And then, I don't know. Let's try this one before. I don't even know if this one will. I think this one's kind of gone too. Do I have enough? Maybe I'll have enough in this one. I'd rather have this. Try this, but I will try this one and see what we got. Yeah, that one's gone. So those don't work for me. If you're going to do some serious crafting, you might want to consider the Elmer's, or they have the professional grade. I forgot the name of it. And whoopsie, don't do that. Gives me a chance to get the rest of them to dry. And then get that right there. But yeah, if you would like to join me on Patreon, you're welcome. If you'd like to join me on the ministry website, you're welcome. I'm doing the book of Romans in Vietnamese, in English, Vietnamese, and Spanish. It takes a process, and these are going to be podcasts. So, yeah, I'm just going to think I'm going to need to go to the grocery store. Monday, I go pay bills, so I'll just do it then. And I'll grab some glue sticks while I'm out. Okay. That's pretty sufficient for that. Okay. Gotta have them supplies. And I'll wipe off my hands. And I'll go ahead and move this out of the way for now. Let's see. Make it kind of either way, huh? Yeah, either way. I had like a little doily effect there. So let's see. I think I like this side though. Okay. Put this down. And I'm sure the paper is not straight, hence, why it doesn't lay the way I want to, but it's okay. We will use what we got, praise God, and we're going to keep on going. And I got that side laid down. Okay. And again, the purpose of doing it like this is so this sticky part doesn't get wet and mess up the signature. So, we're back to good old glitter glue. If I can pull that out. And of course, my hands are sticky. Don't lose that. And I have I did need to use those glue sticks though, because kind of put that there. I had a spreader, and it's getting cold here. You know about the glitter glues, and if you prefer to use Elmer's, that works just fine. Let me see. Aha. This is what I'm looking for, you all. Okay. Probably should put that one deal under there. And my phone went off. It's hard to turn off the sound on a Samsung if you hadn't noticed, because of the type of phone it is, but I'm going to put this right here. And I'm going to put that back so it doesn't completely dry out. And I'm going to go ahead and get as much as I can on there so it'll keep it from sticking to our projects. Okay. And I had once upon a time had a piece of, and I think I got rid of it. Let me see if that won't stick on there. Okay, rinse and repeat. And let me go ahead and lay that down. So this will even, if you think about it, this will even serve as a journaling spot as well. That's a good, like a plus, isn't it? Okay. And I'm going to wait till this dries and we'll come back to this. Okay? Excellent. All right. So before I cut anything, I'm going to let this dry. Okay. I'm going to lay it flat so it doesn't kind of buckle on me. This right here, let's see if I can't. And y'all know my glue rag. I've had it so long. And I just want it to, and when this dries, it peels right off, as you can see. It doesn't stay dirty. So if you ever get something like this as just an old makeup brush, now they're starting to make them into craft brushes, I guess. I got this at the Dollar Tree. And they do, if you ever go on their website, you can, they're not paying me to say this, you know. I'm a person, if I know a product's good, I will promote it. I do not mind. We business owners got to stick together. We got to help each other out. We really do. Because that's how we do things. I'll go ahead, and it's not quite dry. I can go ahead and pull that off here in a little while. I just need to get the majority of that so it wouldn't stick to my table. All right then, I'm going to make some room here and put that there. This is the signature we were working on. I'm going to put it right here. Okay, we'll get my guillotine here. Everything's nice and handy. And after I get this done, I do want to work on things for the farmer's market. So let me see. I got these here, I think. Try to figure out if I want that there. But my purpose is, when I get it all in tucked inside, I want it to get as close to this one as possible right here. So when I fold it over then, okay, I want it to kind of butt up to that. So let me go ahead and kind of cut this one off. This on the side. All right. So we're looking just shy of 11 inches maybe. Let's see. Get that done. And I want to, do I want to make that? I think I do, because I don't want that to catch somewhere and rip. See if that's approximate how I want that. Okay. And go ahead and fold that. Wrap that around here. Okay, that looks good. What do y'all say? I think that'll do. Okay, so now I want to take this and I want to pull in our cover, and I want it approximately somewhere in the middle. So if I take this, and this is measuring about 10. And of course, we know what the length of this is here. I'm looking 8-ish. So why don't I just grab this, and I'm going to just go ahead and get that as close down to 8 as possible. I'm going to do that. Actually, I wanted to keep that vase there. You see how that vase? Beautiful. So pretty. Okay, and these are not a scrap. As you can see here, I've got a little bit right here. We can use that for something else. And go ahead and rinse and repeat. So we'll do 8-ish. I'm going to go a little hair over. See what we got. See what that looks like. Okay, let's see how that fits. Not quite. Let's go a little bit more. I think I'm going to go down. Because we had 7.5, right? Let me do it on my craft mat here. Bear with me. Yeah, so we got 7. So I think what we'll do is we'll go about 7.5-ish. Okay, let's see what we got. All right, maybe, let's see, because once we put everything in, and we'll have to size these up as well. Let's see what that looks like. We're judging by the other one we just cut. I think that looks nice. What do y'all say? For the one for the trim that we just did, because I can turn it this way and it's still right inside. All right. We can go ahead and give it just a little more of a trim here. How about on this side maybe? Those flowers are right there. Yeah, let's take a little smidge off there. Okay, that's the final product right there. Okay, so now this should be fairly dry, and I think I'm gonna. Oh, this one's still a little wet. Oopsie. Everything's sticking to it, y'all. Okay. And what I could do then is, I'm telling you, I done made a mess, y'all. Okay, that's going to have to dry. So I just didn't want no glue on my guillotine. So let me see if that'll dry just a little bit more. We're just going to keep moving forward. Therefore, I've got these little pieces here. We can see if we can use them somewhere else. Let's do the same with this one. And the reason I had this, let me start again. The reason why I did not cut this down or left the border, because I knew I was going to cut it down. Let me get that straight. Okay. Let me get this fairly straight here. All right, so we are doing too terribly much. And get the side here right about so. And then where did my little page go? And I cut off just inside there. I'm looking about right there. Okay, lovely. And we can take this one, put this in here and see how we got that measured. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you know, it doesn't hurt either. So if I measured this up in here, gives you a general idea where we're at. I think that looks good. Even if a little pokes out, we're good to go. All right, rinse and repeat. So I do want to open these up. These are my handmade papers I put in here. That one will be fine. The little ragged edge right there, perfect. Okay, so these other ones look okay. This one looks okay. Here's another one of my handmade papers, soon to be in on my website, in my shop, my craft studio. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this one's going to get tore down just a little, cut down, forgive me. Okay, so we're going to go maybe right there. I think, big decision, maybe 7. Let's try 7. And I do want those circles off of there. Not too terribly much of a big deal, but you know, it looks so much nicer, wouldn't you say? Okay, so that one and this one. And this is little dot from a bullet journal I had previously bought. And I took some of the pages out of that. Okay, lovely. And we're going to size it up to the one we just did, like so. I think that's awesome. Again, when you do stuff like this, you have to do it the way you like it. And because I want these to look nice for the one who receives it, I do want that to fit in there nice. Look how pretty that is. And a hint of that color poking out from here. And you can even put it in your journal here, and you can see it's not too overly out. Flipping it over, as you can see here, yeah, I think that's good. We gotta pull that back out, don't we? Okay, making this, seeing if there's any other ones. I think this folder I had made, and the links in the description below if you want to go see me making those over on Patreon. What's that hair tie? Blah, 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 right there. Let's see what we got. Funny noises when we craft, huh? That's not poking too much. Okay. This is I think that'll work. And then before I sew it in, if should I need to go ahead and trim it off just a bit, I can do that. I made this. I had that over on Patreon. That's fine. Got that there. If you want to go look at that. I believe it was this paper. Then I had some ledger paper also. So let me go ahead. It's turning out so pretty. I just love it so much. Oh, I got 2 in there, don't I? Okay. I want it to be at least a little tidy. Okay. Let's see what we have here. That one's kind of off, so let me do it a different kind of way. That one's it, right there, I think. I'm gonna go this way and see what I have. I'll pull that down because I don't want to slice my arm, huh? I did that because I wanted to see if this would kind of make a straight edge. That's what I was going for. That kind of helped, didn't it? Yeah, that helped out a lot. I do know I may have to go ahead and Let's see. Maybe not. No, maybe not. Okay. I think this one will do. We'll put it, go ahead and put it in here and go from there. The one thing was is that it was a lot sticking out as you saw. So I wanted something to where it looked tidy is what I was going for. Okay, let's try this one. Let's see if I can't make straight of this one. Let's see now. This one's a bit off, so I will trim this one. Got the wind blowing over here. Okay, not much, not much. And maybe just a little smidge. 5.5 possibly? Possibly. Under. Okay, just kind of tidy it up just a little bit. And I'm not going to put them together just yet. I'm just taking, yep, that needs just a little more because once it gets thick now, it's going to look kind of bulky. So I do want to chop. I was trying to say smidge and chop at the same time. I say 5 then. Just so you can have a spot to journal, right? Okay. Lovely. That really did make that really smooth. Though it's coming out just a little. Now, I could go ahead and do a little bit more. As a matter of fact, I will. Just because I want it to be uniform. You know, that paper does shift a little bit. And careful, I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to be taking a lot of journals to the farmer's market, y'all. Okay, this one looks okay. That one looks fine. This one looks fine. And this is the vellum. I believe I showed that to you. That was nice. Okay. And I do need to kind of trim that just a bit. Let's go down to little 5 right there. Okay. And what could you use the vellum for? I'm going to give an idea. You have some sticky notes that you wrote on and you can stick it on the vellum. It sticks perfectly. Okay. Then how do I want to put this one? We'll put them in order in just a moment. Of course, I have this ledger. It can go down there. And fix that really nice. Oh, that looks so good. I just like it. And this is the, let me see now. So what I did, and you'll see that over on Patreon, this is a paper bag. I'm going to trim this over just a pinch. So 5 right here, as you can see, possibly. That seems to be the sweet spot. Okay. And I'm going to make sure, seemed like that moved. Let me check this out. Let me put this here. That worked right there. And yeah, it did move, didn't it? I seen it. Just a bit. Not too much. Okay? There, that's pretty. I like that. That just looks real tidy. Now, again, as it grows, if I need to trim just a little, I will before I put it together. Let me see what else I have here. I have the scrapbook papers I said I was going to use, and I didn't glue it down. And I can take that. That one's okay. This one may need a little trim. Let's see, how much of a trim do I need? Just a little, just a little. And I did not glue it down, is what I was trying to say. Get my words out here. Just a little under 5. And I do believe we're okay as far as that. Okay, let's put these in here. And let's see, some beautiful scrapbook papers. I could take it as it opens here in the journal. Has a little tuck spot right there. It's kind of chilly, y'all. I'm feeling a little chill. We're supposed to have some cold weather move in this evening. It's going to get in the 20s here. I wonder what it is over at your neck of the woods. I mean, is it cold or where you're watching from? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know. And if you would like me to keep you in prayer, let me know also. Okay? If you're a type of person that don't like leaving comments, if you want a prayer and it's always private, you can go to the ministry website and there's a chat box there. Feel free to reach out to me. All right. There you go. Oh, that tidied that up beautifully. And then all I have left really is my handmade paper. And you can write on this. All right, that's one. Now we're going to go on to the next one. Get some of this out of the way here. Let's see if this dried. It kind of dries. Let me see. Can I get that under there? Probably not. This one's still a little wet, friends. I want to do that. Yeah, it kind of, see what it did? Because it's still wet. So I'm going to use my scissors, and I didn't want to gum up my guillotine here, but I had to try. I did put a lot on there, huh? Okay, so I'll have to clean that. I'll go ahead and take this one. As a matter of fact, hold that thought. Hold that thought. Let me see if I can go ahead and measure this without going too terribly far, and then do it that way. Let me get my pencil, and I'll know where to go and how much I cut off so I can move forward on that. Okay, just put that right there. Oh, I had that paper. It was on there. That was one thing I did not want it to stick, huh? Okay, now put this in here. See what our time is looking like here. Oh my. It is creeping down to the end of the video, isn't it? So let me get as much as I can done because I do have some other things that I want to share with you. Let's do this. You know, you do the best you can, right? That'll be fine. That's still a little wet. I have to wait on that one. Getting in a hurry. Okay, there's a little piece, and I'm going to lay this over here and let it dry so I can use that somewhere else. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to let this continue to dry because let's see if that worked. Nope, that's still a little, this one's kind of wet here. Let's try this one, see how this does. Can this, that one did. Yeah, that did. So go ahead and fold that over right quick. Did I get that straight? When it's away from me, it's kind of hard, isn't it? Okay. Let me do this. That art glitter glue might be this one. I kind of forgot which one I had. And let me pull this one out again. And fold this in half, I think, so I can get it right. Boy, you have fun whenever you're crafting. I do. Whenever I craft, I do enjoy it. It's so relaxing, and you can just get so overwhelmed and doing things on a day-to-day basis and just kind of burnt out, but just to sit and craft, and be able to just sit and just I listen to scripture a lot. I do. I love scripture. The word of God. I mean, there's nothing better to listen to. And I often will sit and while I work, I will. That's perfect. How can, oh, that's close. That's real perfect, isn't it? But like I said, finishing my thought that I sit and I listen to scripture when I work. It's so relaxing. I'll have my coffee or tea, whatever I decide to um, have to drink for that moment, and I will just sit and just concentrate. Now, I marked that, but I don't want the bottom of that pot to get cut off. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. That did okay. It did have a little bit left. I'm going to go ahead and take that off. See, move this over here. So that doesn't leave no mark. And then take just a little tiny bit off. A tiniest bit. Okay. Now, I just did this one and we'll size it up. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay. So now I'm going to put this one over here, and this one will be for another signature. So while that other one is drying, I'll lay this over here. And let's see, can I get... No, we're fixing to go out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish these up over on Patreon. If you would like to see the finished product of this, go and join me on Patreon. I want to continue and finish, but again, I have so many things I need to share. But if you'd like to see me finish this up on Patreon, please go ahead and join me. So what I will do, I will tell you, I'm going to get over on Patreon. I'm going to size up the papers, get them ready. I will sew them in, and when I do, I will show you the finished product on the community page here. If you would like to go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. If you have subscribed, share with a friend and let them be part of our crafty community. This is a Christian base, a person that loves the Lord. If you love the Lord and you want to be part of that type of community, you are so welcome. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on our next crafting video. Bye for now.